Nigeria. And this will definitely be my last time of sitting here as chairman of Senate Committee on Culture and Tourism to discuss issues of budget. So this will constitute also my valedictory speech to all of you. It's been so wonderful working with you, especially the parastatals, and it's given me a lot of opportunity to see what you're going through. A great nation, wonderful nation that portrays itself as a nation that lacks amidst plenty. This is my summary. And you agree with me that over time, the issue of culture and tourism have remained a national anthem for all of us as an alternative to oil and revenue for our nation. But this very important sector, vital sector, has remained dormant and has not been developed, primarily because of issues of funding and insecurity. And that has become our major challenge. It's unfortunate that at the short time I've been in the Senate, the culture and tourism has not attained where it should be, attained this height because of this insecurity and COVID-19 and poor funding. But let me say that I disagree that Nigeria is a poor nation. Nigeria is not a poor nation. So we must stop portraying this country as a poor nation. If anything, we have to look inwards and look at the management of our resources. But it is important at this, my valedictory speech, to say to all of you that there's a bit of danger ahead for our nation, especially with the world and its climate change challenge. It is obvious that what happened to our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers, is about to happen to members of our generation as the world exits from fossil oil in the shortest possible moment. And you know that Nigeria's source of revenue has remained the oil, the petroleum, and this has been our only source of revenue to run the economy of our nation. All effort to diversify our economy has proven abortive. And here we are, faced with the danger of the moment, that as nations go out of this demand for oil, Nigeria will have more and more, rather bigger problems than we have having currently. But something can be done. And that's why I want to encourage all of you not to give up, still don't relent. Let's still consider tourism and culture as an alternative. We're beautiful people, wonderful landscape, well-cultured people with great tradition and culture, which the whole world wants to come and see. We must really let the world visit us. And every parastatal here represents one very vital sector of this economy. If you may recall, years back, American Industrial Revolution paved way for America, followed by a European Industrial Revolution. Then China joined, India joined. At that point, Industrial Revolution was based on a quantum of oil that's being used, and our air and atmosphere were polluted. Today, what have benefited others have become a cost for humanity. And unfortunately, Africans, Nigeria, never took advantage of it. We waited until the entire air is polluted. Now the world is telling us we shall no longer pollute the air. We shall no longer allow the smoke go off. We should go green. Why they have made advantage of the pollution to grow the economy. And now we cannot do it anymore. So we're left with only two options. Either to fight a battle and demand that the world, the developed world, should pay us at least $3 trillion to make up for the loss we have made and for the consequences of the pollution which all of us are today suffering. Or we shall look at culture and tourism as alternative to grow our economy. Exchange rate today, you can say what it's going to. And our dollar, naira, is falling every day against the dollar. And we are not too sure what will be the price of oil in the next few years to come. Now, what happens to our generation, and indeed our children, children? That's my concern. I think that's what every Nigerian must make it think. And hence the need for sacrifice at this moment by all of us. That if we do not act quickly under the present ugly situation, which this country points out to us, we might be destroying the future of our children yet unborn. So it is very worrisome for those of you who do not know. A few days ago in Egypt, the world powers converged discussing about climate change. Even now, we Africans don't even know what's called climate change. We don't know the impact and the consequences of this climate change we're all talking about. But let me tell you what's going to happen in the next few years. Rolls Royce and Mercedes and G-Wagon and Land Cruisers will be sold for peanuts from all the European countries and American countries. They'll be shipped again to Africa. Maybe for 100 naira, and we'll be glad to have it. When they will go green, when all their cars will be electric and solar. Now we shall also be at the consuming side. I think we should not wait for that moment. We need to leapfrog and join them wherever they are. Though we're not qualified, but let's jump at all costs and meet them wherever they are now and start from there. Because starting from foundation again will be harmful to our nation. We must never wait. And that's why I want to, Honorable Minister, you have as a short time as I have. Maybe this might be your last budget defense, and that as a minister. Because it might be inappropriate also to still appoint you a minister of information in 2023. There are younger ones who are looking for that position too. And so, as I'm speaking your mind. As elders, we're showing concern for the future. So we have to do something. And the only industry we have is the creative industry, which lies in culture and tourism. I think I've discussed with all of you the DJ of Parastata. Each of you have come up with an idea what to do. Unfortunately, because of my political travels and all the challenges I have, I could not follow up one-on-one with you. But every of you is $1 billion in waiting. Let's begin to think outside the box. I'm sure the budget we're about to present now will be worse than the one of last year, if I'm not too sure. So I'm here to deliberate on a very poor budget that cannot even meet up transportation costs, Lagos and back. That's what we are seated, all of us are seated here to discuss. I've just been informed that the whole entire ministry is 300 and something million naira capital budget. And if that's the case, is it for Eba, or for Dodo, or for Gary? And so, that tells you the situation we find ourselves. And that's to borrow the word of our great leader, Aswaju Ametenebu. There's a certain question that I must ask. What are we really doing as a nation? I don't know. If you're not concerned, I'm concerned. What it means today that even those of you who are here who collect salary of 120 or 150,000, what you actually collecting now is 25,000 naira. So this budget we're talking about, even if you are doing a budget of 300 million naira, you should convert it in today's black market because official market is not available. Maybe at 1,000 naira. So looking at about something thousand naira budget, dollar budget. That's why I'm seated here to discuss. It's not unfortunate. So this budget this year will not take so much of time, long time to process. Except that you tell us what you can do and how we can put our head together to make the place better for all of us and for our children yet unborn. Once more, let me commend all of you for your commitment. But you still need to do more for this nation. Thank you.
Your Excellency, you have spoken already to the challenges we are facing. I don't think I can improve on that. That with COVID-19, with poor funding, I mean, we could not do as much as we wish to do. But like I said again, in spite of these challenges, we've been very, very resourceful, and we've been able to generally meet our mandate.